now let's look at how to use the WordPress editor, all right? The WordPress default editor to edit content. The editor is called the Gutenberg. Okay, so like I said, the Gutenberg is a brilliant item, a tool on the WordPress software that you can use to do a whole lot of things. Okay, so now let's look at this post that we created and see how we can edit it using the Gutenberg. So here we are on this new post we created. Now let's see how we can use the Gutenberg to edit it. If we want to add a content or add a block to the post, we just come here to this plus sign here and click on it. Now it brings out different block types on the WordPress. You can see there are several of them right here. Here you have paragraph, you have heading, lists, classic, quotes, okay, table, verse, and coming to media, you have images, you have gallery, you have audio, media and text, you have file, cover, you have video. Coming down to design, you have buttons, you have columns, you have a group, you have separator. Coming to widget, you have shortcut, archives, calendar, you have social icons, latest posts, all sorts of blocks that you have here. These are all tools that you can use to design your website. Let's say if we want to add a new block, and let's just choose a heading. So you can see right here a new block is created. Okay, you can just go ahead and type something there, right? And coming to this side, you could change a lot of things about that. Here's the heading. You could make some changes here about this particular block. Okay, here's the typography. You could change the size by highlighting it, change it to large or extra large, or you could use the numbers here. Okay, you could also change the color. Right, you can see it's changing. We want to use a custom color that's not there, blue or red, right? It's changing. And if you want to give it a background, you change that. That's the entire block. Change that. Okay. So you could change the text itself, you could change the text color, you could change the background color, right? And you could put additional CSS class, all right? But let's leave that. Okay, so all those things you can actually do right there on this left side. And if you want to add another block, let's say, and you can see up here, you could also change these things here to change the size, the text size here, h1, h2, h3, h4. All right, you could change that there. You could make it bold using this. You could italicize it. All right, you could turn it into a link right there. All right, and here you could do the same thing, changing the color. Okay, and then you can duplicate it. Right, duplicate the block right here, and you can decide to change the position, and insert another block right there, undo. Okay, you could move it. Right, so different things, or you could remove the block entirely. Okay, so you could actually do several things right here using that using this tools you have there. Let's change the color back to what we had. So we could actually play around with a whole lot of things right here. All right, want to add another block to this, can just click on this plus sign here. Let's say want to add columns. You could choose 2, 3. Let's add 3 columns here. All right, so, and in each of these columns we can also decide to add blocks, right, by clicking inside of each of them. Let's say for this one we could decide to add, for this one we could decide to add heading, right, below. Right, we change the color here. Is blue, and on this one we could decide to add maybe a quote. Creative design. Right, we try to add a quote there to change the heading, change the color. Or make it red. That's color. Okay, now on this one we could also change the size here. Remember, could change the size. So to change anything here, large, all right, small, but let's leave it as large. And on the third one, we could decide to, put something else. If we can't see enough, we could just say browse all, opens it all up, and we could just decide to put a paragraph, right? So here you can say, just type something. Welcome to my site. Right? And we'll highlight. We could change different things. Extra large. Okay. So when we are done, we could decide to publish it. All right. Remember, you can make it sticky using this. You could change the permalink if you want, and then the category. All right. Can add a new category here and add it to the category and put a tag. You can decide to put a featured image and then the excerpt. All right. And then allow comments or disallow it, as the case may be. So when we're done, you can just hit the update button. Right, it updates. So let's preview it in a new tab. Okay, so here we have our posts. All right, you have the body and you have the content that we have put here on this block. Okay, now another thing that we need to know, you can also change the position of these different blocks here. Let's go back to, you can change the position of the blocks here. If you want it to come down, you can see this bottom arrow. All right, and you move it down. You can see it has come down. All right, same thing with this. If you want it to come down, you move it down. All right, you want this one to go up, back, move it up, and you still want it to go up, you move it up. So let's take back this one. All right, so in that way you can change the size, you can change the appearance, you can change the position of the content and the blocks you have inside your post. And if you want to remove a particular post, you could just click on it, then you go to remove block. Right, see that is gone. If it's this one you want to remove, you just click on it, you go to remove block. All right, anyone you want to remove, you could just do that. All right, so that's basically all there is to it about posts and using the Gutenberg editor to edit your posts. Now in the next lesson, we're going to see how we manage media content. All right, talking about images and videos. Okay, so come along. So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at how to manage media files. All right, talking about images, talking about videos, all right, and all forms of media files on your WordPress website using your WordPress software. Now, the WordPress software can accept almost every kind of media file, all right, with the exception of very few, but generally the common media files that you would want to use in the process of developing your website can be very well accommodated in your WordPress. So Coming over here, you just click on media and it will open up. Yeah, it opens up our media section. You can see I already have two media files here. I have a picture, an image, and I have a video here. All right, so if you want to add a new media file, you can either use this add new, or you come over here. All right, so let's try to add a new media file. It will bring up this box here. You either drag a file to it, you drag and drop, or you click on this select file over here. All right, it opens up your system where you could actually put something there. So let's use this image. Okay, can see it uploads it right here. All right, and if you want to add another one, you can just still do the same thing. It uploads it right there. Okay, when you're done, you can just click on this and that box goes off. So if you want to see the image you have added, you could just click on it and it opens it up. All right, you could see the image here. All right, and on this right hand side, you could see the description of the image. Here you have the file size, the file type, the file name, all right, uploaded by yours truly, and the date. Okay, and then you could also add an alternative text to your image. Let's say you might be looking for the image and it's easier for you to just type the text into the search box and it will bring it up. Let's just put this as hotel view. Okay, then you could put title, you could put caption, description, and all that. All right, now if you also want to edit it further, you could click that. It opens up in its own page. Okay, so we'll go back here. Now when you're done, just close and it goes back to the media library. So now let's see how we can use images on posts and pages. So let's go to our posts. Let's work with this, my new post that we created initially. Okay, here we are. So if we want to add an image on this post, all we have to do is click on the block, click on this plus sign right here, and then come to this block here on our Gutenberg editor and click on image. So it opens up a box where we can bring in image. We can either upload a new image, or we choose image from our media library, or we insert a URL that can take us to that image. So let's choose from our media library. You can see upload files, media library. You click on media library. It opens up the images we have on our media library. So we just click on the image we want, shows here, and then insert. You can see it has inserted our image right here. Okay, that's inserted the image. If you want to add a text under, you could just do that. Okay, So here you are. So you could come right here and change some things. You can see the image is looking somehow oval in shape at the sides. All right, so you could make it rectangular in shape. All right, you could thicken the borders, or you could give it a frame depending on what you want. All right, I think this one looks just cool. Okay, so that's how you add an image to uh, your posts. And also, if you want to set an image as a featured image on this post page, you could just click on it. And so choose this. Set featured image. So this is what you're going to see at the top when you open the posts. Let's update. Let's see a preview in a new tab. So you can see we'll have our featured image at the top of the posts, and then right here we have another image which is part of the content of the posts. All right, so this is a featured image right here. This one is more or less like a descriptive image, okay, that describes what the post is all about. Okay, all right, so that's it for post. How about a page? Let's see how we use an image on a page. I will go to pages. Now let's select this sample page right here. So here you are. If you want to add an image here, all we have to do is just could just click on the add button there and click on image. So it opens up this box, and we'll go to media library, and then click and insert. Okay, that's added image right there. So if you want to set a featured image for your page, you can do that as well. You come to set featured image, click, you come here, set featured image. So here you are, so featured image. Then you can update. Then let's preview in a new tab. So there you are. This image is now a featured image on your page, standing at the top of your page. and then you also have this one inside uh, the page, which is as part of the page. Okay, so that's all there is to it about uh, managing media files on your WordPress software. In the next lesson, we're going to be talking about how to manage post comments. Okay, so come along. We're going to look at how to manage comments on our posts as well as our pages. All right, so let's go to our posts. So right here we have these two posts here. So let's look at this one right here, hello world. So coming to the front end, you can see this post here. Now we just have one comment for this particular post right here. Okay, so if you want to leave a post, this is where you can leave if you want to leave a comment, rather, this is where you can leave your comment and then post comments. So for now, this is just the comment that there is right here. So as an admin, you have the privilege of editing the comments on your posts, right? You can go edit, you can edit the name, you can impute the email address and also the URL, as well as edit the content that is there. Okay. All right, so let's see how we can leave a comment and how it actually is on our back end. So I say yes, here, post comments. You can see, as you can see, my comment has now come in here. All right, yes, I'm here. Now it's possible as an admin to also reply to a comment. All right, you can reply to a particular comment. You are welcome. So as an admin, you can edit comments and you can reply to comments. All right, now let's go over to the back end and see what it's like. Come down here, you come down here, you go to comments. Okay, so you can see the various comments that are on our website. This one is the default comments, this one is the one I posted, here I am, and this one is the reply. Okay, now for this comment, you can either unapprove it. If someone posts a comment, you could unapprove it, you could reply, you could set it as spam, or you could trash it. All right, so this comment here is unapproved, so I can either unapprove it or approve it, but let's approve it by clicking on it. All right, so it's now approved. Let's go to the front end and see what it's like. Open the post. Here you are. You can see, yes, I'm here. All right. So you can do just what you want with the comments that you have on your site. All right. So that is for comment on a post. How about comment on a page? Basically the same thing. Comment on a page is basically the same thing as it is on a post. So let's go to pages. Let's check this sample page. Okay, here we are. Let's see if the sample page can allow comments. All right, fine. It can allow comments by checking on the box like we saw initially, and then updates. So let's preview now. All right, here we are. So you can see, since we have permitted the page to be able to collect comments, it is now possible for someone to read our page and leave comments. So let's add one. Great. Read. Okay, post comments. So as you can see, our page now has a comment on it. Okay, you can reply, can edit the comments. All right. So that's all there is to it about comments on posts and pages.